Hello and welcome to another How I Painted. Today I will be painting the Gloomhaven bone saw. I prepped the model with a zenithal highlight, or zenithal prime, a gray all around, and then white sprayed from directly above. I'll be first using Sickly Skin Privateer Press paint, a P3 paint. And this is a very light color, almost a white, and I have to put on about 3 thin coats to get a strong color without any blotches, or with few blotches. I'm putting this all along the tabard, cloak hood, what have you. And there he is after 3 coats. I'm using Bastion Gray for his pants, or the part of his pants with the bumpy bits. I'm also using it for the fur coat or that he's holding. I'll be doing a dry brush on that after it's dried, the fur. Back to Sickly Skin, I forgot to do his bandana. I'm using a ruined old brush and Troll Blood highlight to dry brush on the highlights of the fur. So I get a little paint on the brush, and I wipe most of it off on a paper towel, and then I just flick this, and the paint only stays on the raised areas. See, that's bringing out the contours of the fur. Using Blood Tracker Brown for all the leather bits. So his boots, his gloves, his pouch, and the strap that holds it on. Careful not to mess up my sickly or the white color on his tabard. Also using for this pouch on his back. I'm bringing out the Bastion Gray again. This little bit on the pouch looks like his pants, so I did it with the same color. Next I'm using Sanguine highlight on his sleeves. On the concept art, his sleeves are kind of a very dull reddish color. I thought Sanguine highlight would do the trick. Next I'm using Midland Flesh for all the flesh areas, his face and his arms, between his sleeves and his gloves. Protrudes there. I'm using Beast Hide for the bolts or whatever is in his little pouch. Next I'm using Cold Steel on his shoulder pads and on his saw blade. using roulette gold for the, is that a brooch? Not sure. Attached to his right shoulder. Something of a leaf design. I use moldy ochre for the trim, the edge of his sleeves. As well as for the edge on his quiver. I call it a quiver. That's how he looks so far. Next I'm using Ordic Olive for his bottles. He has a bunch of little green bottles. He's holding one, he's got several protruding from the pouch near his arm. I have to go back and do it. I don't notice. He has bottles attached to the strap across his chest, as well as one on the side of his pouch. He's just brimming with bottles. I use necro green for the highlight on the bottles. I want it to look like they're reflective. So I just touch them with a little bit of necro green. It's really bright neon green. Helps them stand out. I go back in for the bottles that I missed. It doesn't take a lot of a bright highlight to sell that there's a color there. If I had just done the dark green, I'm not even sure if it would look green. Daymar black against the brown, that is. I'm using this for the eyes. The concept art just has black eyes, and I thought that would, or black areas around his eyes. So I thought I would just go with that. I'm a little messy and I have to clean it up with some midland flesh. Doing it this way also allows you to make a dot smaller than is easy to make with the tip of the brush. So you can go in and kind of wipe around the eye with the flesh color to make an even smaller pupil. I'm going in with some Bastion Gray. He looked a little strange without eyebrows, so I'm just putting in some gray eyebrows. I'm not going to be painting the hair. I like how it turned out with the zenithal highlight. So I'll be leaving that as is. I'm going back. I missed the bottles on his chest there. Some more Ordic Olive and a highlight of necrotite green. That's what he looks like so far. I use Ironhold Bay for the the base. That's what he looks like before our final steps. The last two steps will be to apply Army Painter Quick Shade. I'm using the Strong Tone on this mini, both for protection and to shade him. So I am very generous with it initially. I slobber all over the mini with a brush that I don't care much for, as this is a nasty substance. Then I'm careful to pick it out of the places where it pools so it doesn't overpool, and just wipe away too much detail. Now after I've let that dry for about 2 full days, 48 hours, I'm using Tester's Dull Coat. I'm spraying that on in very thin coats, and that is going to take away the glossy finish of the Quick Shade. And here is the final product of the bone saw.